I think as a college student and declaring a major, you have had to have been influenced by something or someone to declare your major. And for me, I really do think it was my high school chemistry teacher junior year, Mr. Chen, and my organic chemistry professor for the last calendar year, Professor Howell. Now, starting with Mr. Chen and how he influenced me to become a chemistry major, he brought this humor to the chemistry class every single day, and this was just the basic foundations of chemistry that he taught to us, which every high school chemistry class should. But it was this joy that he brought to the class every single day that made me look forward to it so much, given you in high school you have every single class every single day. And he made the class so enjoyable for not only me but for all the students in the class. And I really do think that he birthed in me this curiosity to want to know more and more and more about the subject. And I had no idea where the subject would go at the time, given that I'm now in organic chemistry 2. Back then I had no idea where the subject would be headed. But I just found the entire class so interesting, and he was just so passionate about his line of work that I was just so attentive in class every single day, and I was just really happy to go to the class 5 days a week. Now, speaking on behalf of Professor Howell, my organic chemistry professor now, my first semester of junior year, I also had her for organic chemistry 1, my second semester of sophomore year, so I've had her as a professor for the last calendar year, and it wasn't until I took organic chemistry with her where my love for the subject that Mr. Chen had instilled in me my junior year of high school reemerged. They're a lot like each other in terms of the mood of their classes. She also brings to the table every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday this passion for her work, and she cares so much about her students and wants them all to do well in her class. And I know this because I've had her for the last calendar year as a professor, and we've built a great relationship over the past calendar year. We have this amazing rapport with each other, and I really do think that if I ever needed a letter of recommendation for anything, she'd be the first person I'd go to write it for me in the chemistry. Once again, I do think that you declare majors as a college student because of the experiences that you have with certain people in said fields and the experiences that you have in certain classes. And I do credit Professor Howell with sort of digging out and finding that love for chemistry that I feel I've always had, that Mr. Chen instilled in me years ago in high school. So I declared chemistry as my major this semester, switching over from chemical engineering, which is where I started. I declared as a chemical engineering major my first semester of sophomore year after coming into college undecided, but that's a whole different topic and something that I won't go into. But I will say that I think that my decision to major in chemical engineering was a forced decision, and with switching over to chemistry, it didn't feel forced at all, and I think that's a very good omen for me to have, and I do think it's a good sign that I chose the right path. So this is methane. This is a compound that you learn about in high school chemistry. It's a very simple compound. It's made up of 1 carbon and 4 hydrogens. It's a tetrahedral compound, and every bond here that you see, every straight line, is made up of 2 electrons, and all the elements in this compound are satisfied. They all have satisfied octets. Carbon is satisfied with 4 bonds, as you can see. It has 4 bonds, each to a hydrogen, and each hydrogen element is satisfied with only 1 bond. So each hydrogen has 1 bond to it. So this is a reaction that I learned about in organic chemistry 2 that I find very interesting. It's an organocuprate reacting with a alpha-beta unsaturated ketone in terms of a 1,4 addition. So starting from the double bonded oxygen at the top of the ketone, that's given the 1 position, and then it goes down the ladder with every bond. So since it's a 1,4 addition, you're going to exclude this part of the organocuprate and only take one of the alkyl group, the methyl here, and it's going to bond at the 4 position on the ketone and break this double bond. So you're going to have everything the same as your original compound, except for that double bond breaking not showing up anymore, and that methyl group adding to the 4 position of the alpha-beta unsaturated ketone. Now once again, you exclude this part of the organocuprate, and you only take one of the methyl group in the alkyl group in the parentheses and add it to the 4 position of the ketone, and that double bond once again breaks. So you'd have everything the same, the double bond breaks, and your methyl group bonded to the 4 position of the ketone. So I want to thank Mr. Chen for affording me a very simple chemistry literacy, as you saw, with a very simple compound that was learned in my junior year of high school in his class. And I also want to thank Professor Howell for teaching me organic chemistry for the last calendar year, as you saw as well, with a more complicated reaction in organic chemistry. I love the subject. I can't wait to see where it's headed being a chemistry major, and thank you for watching.